Chapter 41, The Hope of Ancestral Dragon Nest, Long Aotian, Yi Xingyun's Ambition. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun Xiaoyao's 10-year-old banquet came to an end amidst such ups and downs. The sect masters, elders, and young arrogances of the major forces have not disappeared from the shock and wonder on their faces when they left the Jun's house. In their opinion, what they saw at the Jun's house this time shocked their hearts, especially the son of the Jun family. He is like a young emperor, with invincible spirit. Whether it is the Star King body of the Yi family or the dragon child of the Ancestral Dragon's nest, in his hand, it is like a soft persimmon, kneading at will. The comparison between some young Tianjie and Zhu Shensi can't help but sigh and despair. Desolate ancient sacred body plus supreme bone. Jun Xiaoyao's talent can no longer be described by evildoers, it is simply the posture of a born emperor. There is Jun Xiaoyao, in this life, where are the rest of the people? Even some older generations are also sighing. With Jun Xiaoyao's current cultivation speed, in a few years, won't they be able to surpass their older generations? Of course, in addition to Jun Xiaoyao, Jun Wanjie and Jun Xuanhuan performed well, and they can easily kill the proud son of the ancient royal family. There is also the most shocking, naturally the 18th ancestor of the Jun family who never showed up from beginning to end, an ancestor-level figure buried in the Jun's ancestral temple for countless years. The three swords killed the quasi-superior ancestral dragon nest, shocking a group of people. Everyone knows that after this 10-year-old banquet, the deserted fairyland that has been calm for a long time is afraid that it will be surging. It was not long after the Jun's banquet ended, far away in the land of Hongzhou, in the ancestral dragon nest base camp, there was a roar of dragon roar, shaking the universe, shaking down the stars. The creatures in Hongzhou all seemed to feel a vast expanse of heavenly power. Is the supreme of the ancestral dragon nest, why is it angry? A Hongzhou creature said with a pale face, the news of the Jun's family banquet will take some time to circulate, so they are not aware of it. In the ancestral dragon nest, there are many powerful spiritual thoughts communicating. Stop thunder, what good is your anger? Is it possible to kill the Jun family? The little wicked animal of the Jun family, dare to kill the dragon son of the deity's line, and be blamed. There is also that Jun 18, who really dared to kill Yulong. Is he really not afraid of my ancestral dragon nest? That the angry voice before, said in a cold voice. Jun 18th, he is a lunatic, it is too difficult to kill him. Do you need to tell Aotian about this matter? Another powerful ancestral dragon's nest spread divine consciousness. No, Long Aotian is refining the 5th dragon Yuan in retreat. After he finishes refining the 7th dragon Yuan, adding the blood of God's dragon will be enough to push the young generation of Xinyu, even if it is the son of the monarch. Just kill it. Okay, the deity is waiting for the day when Aotian kills the son of the king's family. There is also the Jun family, and they will surely let them pay their debts. On the other side, in the void, a sacred bird pulled a cart and flew by. In the carriage, a young man dressed in a blue shirt, with a sword eyebrow and a starry eye, woke up quietly. Is Yi Xingyun. Hiss, it hurts. Yi Xingyun felt like he was about to fall apart as soon as he moved his body, and his painful complexion turned pale. Master, you are awake. Aside, Fu Bo said. This is. Yi Xingyun was at a loss for a while, and then finally remembered everything at the banquet. A deep sense of humiliation filled his heart. As the proud son of the wild ancient Yi family, has Yi Xingyun ever suffered such a loss? Let alone embarrassed in front of his goddess. Jun Xiaoyao. Yi Xingyun clenched his teeth, clenched his fists, and the joints were all white. Master, you must not provoke the son of the king's family. The old slave has received the news that the son of not only has the ancient Eucharist, but also has a supreme bone by nature. Even the dragon son of the ancestral dragon nest was easily killed by him. Fu Bo sighed. What, there is such a thing? Yi Xingyun was dumbfounded, unable to believe his ears. When Jun Xiaoyao was fighting with him, he was still concealed, even the supreme bone was never sacrificed. Yi Xingyun felt a kind of humiliation more and more. Jun Xiaoyao did not put him in his eyes at all. Hateful. Yi Xingyun was resentful and shameful. Suddenly, a vague memory flashed in his mind. He seemed to see a magnificent star palace, and a magnificent figure dressed in the sun, moon, and stars, with his back facing him. What is that? Is it a dream, or? Xingyun muttered in his heart, he knows that in this world, there are some reincarnations of saints and even the reincarnation of the great emperor. Those reincarnated arrogances are the real existences, and their vision cultivation is far more than ordinary arrogances. For example, Yi Guchen, the taboo arrogant of their wild ancient Yi family, was rumored to be an ancient sword demon, who was reincarnated invincibly. That sword demon, in historical records, once killed the quasi-emperor. With the sword of killing the emperor, and a group of fierce ones. Could it be that I, like Yi Guchen, was the reincarnation of a certain strongest person, and that star palace was a treasure of opportunity left to me? Yi Xingyun couldn't help thinking, this is very likely. As time goes by, he will have more memories of awakening, and it may not be impossible to find that star palace and inherit all the opportunities of that strong man. Jun Xiaoyao, Feng Shui takes turns. After I awaken my memory, I can rise strongly. And Luoli, I will let you know who is the best person for you. Yi Xingyun was excited again, he felt that he was about to take off. And on Jun's side, Jun Xiaoyao, who ended the banquet, is being frantically harassed by Jiang Luoli. Obviously it should be back to Jiang's house, but Jiang Luoli is still reluctant to leave. The girl Yi Xingyun dreamed of had become a dogskin plaster on Jun Xiaoyao's side. Brother Xiaoyao, are you short of a maid serving tea and water? There is Linglong. Brother Xiaoyao, are you short of a maid for washing and stacking quilts? There is Linglong. Brother Xiaoyao, are you short of a maid serving in bed warmers? There is Linglong. Cough, what are you talking about? Jun Xiaoyao let out a dry cough, annoying. Finally, even Jiang Ro started to urge marriage. Mother www.readwn.com. The 18th ancestor is still looking for a child, so I retire first. Jun Xiaoyao couldn't bear the harassment and noise of a group of women, so he just got away. Humph, brother Xiaoyao, Luoli won't give up. Jiang Luoli clasped her powder fist and said, just like a little fan who chased stars, here. Jun Xiaoyao also came to the ancestral land in the deepest part of the Jun family and saw the 18 ancestors, the 18th ancestor in a grey robe, grey hair, sitting cross-legged in the void. There seems to be a horrible scene of the sun and the moon turning around, the living beings are dying, the heavens are collapsing, and the galaxy is turning upside down. The breadth of is incredible, and it feels like facing God. No wonder it possesses the ability of 3 swords to kill the quasi-superior. Jun Xiaoyao secretly sighed, the ancestors of the Jun family, no one is simple, not to mention, like the 18th ancestors, there seem to be 17 in the Jun family. Seeing Jun Xiaoyao's arrival, the 8th ancestor's face rarely smiled. Very good. 18 ancestors said. Is obviously complimenting Jun Xiaoyao's performance at the 10-year-old banquet. I won't talk about defeating Yi Xingyun, but tearing the ancestral dragon nest Longzi by hand is definitely making the Jun family face up. I wonder if the ancestor asked the younger generation to come, what's the matter? Jun Xiaoyao arched his hand slightly and said calmly, facing the 18 ancestors, even some clan elders would be a little trembling and very cautious, but Jun Xiaoyao is indifferent and calm. This makes the 18th ancestors very satisfied. The ancient sacramental body plus the supreme bone, the talent is definitely gone. But what is even more rare is that Jun Xiaoyao's temperament is so calm and calm. He doesn't look like a 10-year-old boy at all. Don't you want to learn the slaughter immortal sword art? 18 ancestors smiled lightly. Jun Xiaoyao's eyes lit up. Chapter 42, 5 Great Magic Tricks, the opportunity for the transformation of the Eucharistic vision. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Regarding the slaughter fairy sword art, Jun Xiaoyao never forgets, a sword crossed, reflecting the terrifying scene of the fall of the immortals, ancestral dragon's nest quasi-supreme. 3 swords were killed in seconds, among them, although there is also a reason for the 18 ancestors' cultivation base, but also part of the reason is that the slaughter immortal sword art is too powerful. 18 ancestor Dao. In the wild heaven and immortal realm, there are countless sword arts, but the one that can truly be at the top is the 5 magic arts. The slaying immortal sword arts of my monarch is one of the 5 magic arts. 5 great magic. Jun Xiaoyao muttered, although he had known for a long time that the slaughter immortal sword art was definitely not an ordinary product, he didn't expect it to be one of the 5 great divine art. No wonder you can't find the slaying immortal sword art in the Juanjiao Wuga. Jun Xiaoyao suddenly. Hee, that's natural. This kind of swordsmanship is mainly difficult to learn. Even if it is open to ordinary people, it may take more than 10 years to get started. On the contrary, it is a waste of time. 18 Ancestors explained. Jun Xiaoyao quite agrees, there is no person with extraordinary talents and understanding, it is indeed futile and a waste of time to practice the slaying sword art, but it is a pity that Jun Xiaoyao is just a man with a genius and understanding. The ancestor, this slaughter of the immortal sword art. Jun Xiaoyao stopped. I didn't give it to you before because I was afraid of delaying your cultivation, but now, you are about to go out and walk the world, and you really need a hand of cards. Although the ancient sacrament and the supreme bone are strong, the martial arts and supernatural powers are not necessary. 18 Ancestors warned. Next, the 18th ancestor passed the slaying immortal sword art to Jun Xiaoyao. Slaying the immortal sword Ju is divided into 3 types. The first type of Xianyu is a sword of mana, aimed at the body of the flesh. The second type of immortality is the sword of the soul, aimed at the of the palace, and the last style is to kill immortals. It is a sword that combines spirit and body, that is, the 18 ancestors. 3 swords kill the quasi-sovereign move. With these 3 tricks, if you can complete the first type of entry within 3 years, it will be possible to completely practice successfully. 18th ancestor said with a light smile. Yes. Jun Xiaoyao nodded, but thought to himself. 3 years, I can't wait so long. The 18th ancestor looked at Jun Xiaoyao, and after hesitating for a while, he spoke again. Xiaoyao, there are 2 things to tell you. The ancestors say it's okay. Jun Xiaoyao said. When you wait for your 18-year-old coming-of-age ceremony, the old ancestor will tell you that the secret deeds behind my Jun's family and your father's affairs. Jun Xiaoyao heard the words, his eyes shook, the secret behind Jun's house. Jun Xiaoyao is also very curious, what kind of secret story is behind such a powerful and brilliant Jun family? But the most important thing is that his father Jun Wu regrets. With the words God King in white clothes, Jun Xiaoyao can almost hear her ears. What kind of person is his father and why doesn't he go back? What happened back then? It's too early for you to know this. The old man will tell you everything during the coming-of-age ceremony. 18 ancestors said. Jun Xiaoyao nodded slightly, and did not question. The current hymn, among the young Tianjiao, is indeed sweeping everywhere, but I still don't have the ability to touch these secrets. In the following time, Jun Xiaoyao stayed beside the 18th ancestor, and the 8th ancestor personally explained the slaughter fairy sword art for Jun Xiaoyao. At that time, the 18 ancestors practiced the slaughter immortal sword art, and they started in 1 year, but 3 months later, in the ancestral land of Jun's family, Jun Xiaoyao raised his hand, and the vast golden mana surging out, he also pointed to the sword, and a dazzling sword light appeared out of the sky, and there seemed to be phantom gods around him. The sword light swept away, as if trying to kill the stars outside the sky. The void was shaking, and the clouds in the sky collapsed. Rumbling. After the sword light swept through, a large cloud was cut in half, and the remaining sword aura violently rushed in all directions, alarming many elders and big figures in the Jun family. That is, the breath of the slaughter immortal sword art. Is it the 18 ancestor? No, although the power of this sword light is amazing, it still doesn't reach the height of the 18th ancestor. It is a son of God. Many elders and disciples of the monarch family were stunned. It's only been 3 months, right? Jun Xiaoyao is not only getting started, but can even directly perform the first style of the slaughter sword art. In the ancestral land, the 18th ancestor looked at Jun Xiaoyao, but was slightly stunned for a while, not knowing what expression to show. The first style actually took 3 months. This slaughter the sword art is really difficult to learn. Jun Xiaoyao shook his head and sighed. It wasn't that he was deliberately pretentious, but that Jun Xiaoyao had practiced martial arts supernatural powers before, and he had never been longer than 7 days. In contrast, it took only 3 months to cultivate the first formula of the slaying immortal sword art, which was indeed slow. Cough. 8th Ancestor's expression was unnatural. Ancestor, what's the matter? Jun Xiaoyao said. No, nothing, Ancestor, I want to lie back in the coffin to sleep. 18 Ancestors said. With Jun Xiaoyao, even the Tao heart of the 18 Ancestors is beginning to be a little unstable, and I need to calm my mind. Thank you Ancestors for giving me the trick, and I will retire freely. Jun Xiaoyao is also very witty, no longer disturbing the 18 Ancestors. After coming out of the ancestral land, Jun Xiaoyao went straight to the Heavenly Emperor Palace. To his relief, Jiang Luoli finally left. He really has no interest in such a little girl, and when Jun Xiaoyao stepped into the Heavenly Emperor Palace, he found that Jun Zhantian was waiting for him. Have you learned the Slaughter Fairy sword art? Jun Zhantian asked. Reluctantly, first style. Jun Xiaoyao said. It's really a little monster. Jun Zhantian secretly said, and then said, Grandpa didn't expect that you still hid a piece of supreme bone. Jun Xiaoyao's face remained the same, but he thought to himself www.readwn.com this is simply the bone from signing in, but after getting it, it's actually no different from Jun Xiaoyao's own natural bone. Is Grandpa doing anything? Jun Xiaoyao asked. Jun Zhantian will not come to him for no reason. Jun Zhantian said, Xiaoyao, although you have 2 top physiques, you need to pay twice as much energy to cultivate, especially the ancient sacrament. You have already awakened the first vision when you were born. But the ancient sacrament has 6 great visions. Jun Zhantian's words made Jun Xiaoyao fall into contemplation. Indeed, the cultivation of the ancient sacrament is even a bit more difficult than the supreme bone. The opening of the vision is not a simple matter. Jun Xiaoyao's talent is evil, but after all, there must be a process. Grandpa may know where it is possible to speed up your comprehension of the second Eucharistic vision. Jun Zhantiando. Oh. Jun Xiaoyao raised his eyebrows. Is there such a place? Have you heard of Panwu Shinchao? Jun Zhantiando. Panwu God Dynasty, that seems to be a top power of the immortal God Dynasty level. Jun Xiaoyao said, in his spare time, he also read the classics, and he still has a certain understanding of the major forces in the wild heaven and immortal realm. Yes, the founder of the Panwu God dynasty was a great emperor named Panwu Great, but this is not important. The important thing is that he is also rumored to be carrying the ancient sacrament. It is rumored that there is a Panwu mausoleum in the depths of the palace of the Panwu God dynasty, which may have something to do with Emperor Panwu. Just as Jun Zhantian's voice fell, Jun Xiaoyao's mind again heard the mechanical sound of the system. Ding! Congratulations to the host, the new sign-in location has been refreshed. Please sign in at Panwilling. Chapter 43, The Fate of Xiao Chen, the protagonist of the Destiny, is another heroic way to save TH. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun Xiaoyao did not move on the surface, but he was a little surprised, did not expect to refresh the new sign in place, but this Wuling is obviously not like the Yuantian Supreme Secret Store, that is the secret place privately owned by Panwu Shinchao. How could it be possible for outsiders to enter? Grandpa, Panwu Shinchao probably won't let others enter their secret land, right? Jun Xiaoyao shook his head slightly. This is true, but there is nothing absolute. It just tells you that there is this way. If it really doesn't work, it's not impossible to force in for your future. Jun Zhantian said domineeringly. I'll talk about it later. Jun Xiaoyao was speechless. The domineering of the Jun family seems to be innate, but if possible, Jun Xiaoyao still wants to solve these things by himself. The great Emperor Panwu is an ancient sacrament. If I can get some information, it can save me many detours. Jun Xiaoyao murmured, the ancient communion is extremely rare, and it is difficult to produce a few in one era, and the ancient sacrament that proves Tao Qingdi is even rarer. Not everyone is like Jun Xiaoyao, who has the ability to open and break the 10 chains at birth. In the era of Panwu Great Emperor, perhaps cultivating the ancient sacrament is not as difficult as it is now, but it is never easy to break through the great sacrament. Pan Wuling. If I have a chance in the future, I really want to see it. Jun Xiaoyao thought to himself. After Jun Xiaoyao continued to practice in the Tiandi Palace, there is a faint hunch in his heart that the Yuantian Supreme Secret Vault is likely to be opened within a few years, so before this, Jun Xiaoyao needs to continue to improve his strength. Time is faint, and a year passed in a blink of an eye. Jun Xiaoyao is 11 years old, but from the outside, he looks like a 15 or 16-year-old boy. The figure is long and radiant, the fairy is handsome, and the temperament is dusty. It makes people feel ashamed at a glance, afraid that their eyes will stain the sacred transcendence of Jun Xiaoyao. Within this year, Jun Xiaoyao's cultivation reached the great perfection in the divine bridge realm, and it seemed that his improvement was not high, but the main reason is that he will spend all his energy on cultivating the magical powers, his immortal slaying sword art. After completing the second form, at this speed, the 18th ancestor would be speechless and sigh again. And again, Supreme Bone. After absorbing a lot of divine essence, it also transformed into a complete great supernatural power, the Hand of God. This is the complete version of God's tribulation. There is also Long Yuan, which has been completely digested by Jun Xiaoyao. The majestic dragon Qi and blood has made Jun Xiaoyao awaken 20,000 giant elephant particles again. Now he has awakened 70,000 giant elephant particles, which is 700 million catties. This still doesn't count the power of the ancient Eucharist. Jun Xiaoyao has always been using the power of the gods to suppress the prison. As for the ability of the ancient sacrament itself, it is more reflected in the level of immortality of the flesh. Of course, if Jun Xiaoyao really uses the power of the ancient sacrament, it will only be more terrifying. In addition, Jun Xiaoyao also obtained the martial arts supernatural powers of the Zulong Nest, such as the Dragon Hand, the Dragon Fist, and the True Dragon Sleeping Heaven technique from the stripped Long Yuan. The only thing that made him a little pity was that there was no real dragon supernatural power in this Long Yuan. Hey, it's a bit boring to always practice, and I miss Xiao Chen a little. Jun Xiaoyao sighed slightly. I wonder if Xiao Chen has nourished it. Jun Xiaoyao seems to have seen a lush green leek field. Kunzu is one of the 3,000 states in the wilderness of the fairyland. This state is remote, and the environment is barren. Stray bandits are rampant, monsters prey on the sky, and the living soil is extremely harsh. This state is not occupied by any major forces. It is obviously an abandoned land. But it is also because this state is quite dangerous and the environment is dangerous, so it has become a small well-known place of experience. Many young disciples of the Taoist forces like to come to Queensland to practice, at this moment, in a rather dangerous mountain range in Queensland. Blue Dragon tears the sky hand, but with a sharp shout, a figure that looked like a half-dragon, shook the wings of the blue dragon, turned its palms into claws, and stuck out. In a short time, hundreds of blue dragon light patterns burst out, as if turned into a hand that tears the sky, and directly violently tore the monster beast in front of it into pieces. The rain of blood was flying, and the flesh and blood of the monster beast splashed around the half-dragon figure, the cyan dragon. Scales on the surface and the wings converging on the back, revealed a handsome young man. It was Xiao Chen. It has been 3 years since he was driven out of Jun's house by Jun Xiaoyao in embarrassment. The youth of the year also grew up as a youth. Xiao Chen's muscles and veins, although they were abandoned by Jun Xiaoyao, but because of a blessing in disguise, he practiced the Azure Dragon transformation art. Now he is stronger and has reached the middle stage of the Divine Bridge realm. Even after performing the Azure Dragon transformation, even the monsters of the returning realm can be killed. Yes, in just a few years, you can cultivate the Azure Dragon transformation art to the 4th level. You are worthy of being the son of the national fortune of my ancient country. In the void beside Xiao Chen, there appeared a phantom of an old man wearing a cyan dragon robe with firstborn dragon horns, who was the remnant soul of the founding ancestor of the ancient Canglong country, the master Canglong. His eyes looked at Xiao Chen, full of admiration. The Azure Dragon transformation technique is extremely difficult to practice. Even if it was his practice, it took a lot of time. But Xiao Chen's rate of improvement is far surpassing him back then. It can be said that if there is no accident at UU reading www.uukangshu.com, Xiao Chen will definitely become a famous figure in the 3000 Dao prefecture in the future. When Xiao Chen heard the words, not only was there no joy on his face, but there was hatred and coldness on his face. 30 years in Hedong and 30 years in Heshi. I told Na Jun Xiaoyao that he would fight again after 3 years, but he regarded me as a joke. 3 years have passed, I want Na Jun Xiaoyao to know who is the real joke. Xiao Chen was full of vigor, as if he had seen himself stepping on Jun Xiaoyao under his feet. There is also Bai Yuer, and he wants that to regret it. Just when Xiao Chen was in his heart, there was movement from a distance. Xiao Chen, there is movement there, be careful. Master Qinglong returned to the Panlong ring and said through the voice. Xiao Chen condensed his eyebrows and swept away carefully. He stared at it and condensed, but I saw a woman dressed in a long skirt and a white gauze mask, who was being chased by a group of bandits. That group of bandits are small and famous demon wolf thieves in Queensland. Hey, beauty, you run, no one in the area of Queensland can get rid of my wolf thief. The bandit leader sneered. His cultivation level has also reached the state of return. Damn it, I can't use the cultivation base, otherwise, they will notice it, and then I will be taken back. The masked woman was secretly angry. She ran out by stealth. If she uses inheritance techniques and martial arts, she will be sensed by her guardians. Beauty, you scream, no one will help you even if you pierce your throat. The bandit leader smiled evilly. At this moment, a figure suddenly rushed out with a cold voice. Let go of that girl. Chapter 44, Classic Routine, 1 roast chicken Xu Fangxin, cut 1 slice for Xiao Chen. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Xiao Chen used the Azure Dragon transformation, with cyan dragon scales spreading out of his body, and the wings of the Azure Dragon spreading out behind him, blasting out with a punch. Hundreds of blue dragon light patterns spread out with his fist. The bandit leader of the demon wolf thief was directly smashed into blood with a punch. Damn, dare to do something to our boss. Where is the idiot? Die. Then, there was a fight. Xiao Chen is like a green dragon going out to sea, and his moves are open and close, and the woman who looks at the white gauze mask is slightly surprised. The young talent she has met, the preacher of the great religion, the proud son of heaven, and I don't know where, but young people with outstanding strength like Xiao Chen are still rare. And Xiao Chen didn't have the arrogance of those top orthodox prides. This made the white gauze masked woman feel a little more favorable towards Xiao Chen for no reason. Soon, Xiao Chen ended the battle. At this time, the voice of Master Qinglong rang in his mind. Xiao Chen, that woman's origin is a bit unusual. She has something on her body that can even conceal my detection. She is definitely the proud woman of a certain immortal tradition. If you have a good relationship with her, you will deal with you in the future. The house goddess will be very helpful. The words of Master Qinglong made Xiao Chen's heart moved. He asked himself, he is not the kind of despicable person who uses others, but in order to deal with Jun Xiaoyao, in order to wash away the shame of 3 years ago, he did everything. This girl, are you okay? Xiao Chen stepped forward and smiled. The delicate and clean smile makes the white gauze masked woman feel more at ease. And Xiao Chen is also looking at the masked woman. Although the woman's face is covered with white gauze, she has a pair of cut water and double pupils, and her eyelashes are slender, and she is a beautiful woman at first glance. This made Xiao Chen even more determined that he must get the favor of this woman, and then, naturally it is a routine. The woman concealed her identity, only saying that she was going out to practice. And Xiao Chen also briefly explained his situation. It turned out to be the great prince of the ancient Qinglong country. The masked woman murmured in her heart, one of the ancient kingdoms of the 4 elephants, Qinglong ancient country. She knew it, and it was considered a first-class force, but compared with the forces behind her, it is not comparable, because of the forces behind her, but immortal gods. Next, Xiao Chen and the masked woman went all the way to experience and practice together in Queensland. The relationship is getting closer and closer. Although the masked woman did not have any intimate behavior with Xiao Chen because of the other relationship between men and women, but between words, they are already very good friends. Even if it is Master Qinglong, I have to sigh, Xiao Chen deserves to be the son of luck, the protagonist of the destiny, and even the relationship between women has such opportunities. Once late at night, Xiao Chen was by the fire, roasting chicken for a masked woman. He also knew the name of the masked woman, Wu Mingyue. Here, Mingyue, here you are. Xiao Chen handed a roasted chicken leg to Wu Mingyue. Wu Mingyue stretched out her jade hand to take it. and then took off the white veil on her face. Suddenly, a beautiful face that looked like a dream was reflected in Xiao Chen's eyes. The eyes are like autumn water, Gu Pan is full of beauty, snow-skinned and beautiful, and beauty comes out of dust. Rao is Xiao Chen, who is slightly stunned. He had never seen such a beautiful woman in his life. What are you looking at? Wu Mingyue's jade face was slightly reddish, her jade fingers tore the chicken thighs, but her heart could not help beating. To be honest, Xiao Chen and those young talents she had met before, neither background nor appearance was dominant, but for some reason, she just liked Xiao Chen's straightforward and simple character. At this time, Xiao Chen's heart also jumped slightly. Although the Bai Yue abandoned me, it made me meet something better. Is this destiny? Xiao Chen thought to himself, and he became more determined to attack Wu Mingyue. He deliberately sighed slightly, his expression is rare in decline. Xiao Chen, what's the matter with you? Wu Mingyue noticed and asked. It's nothing, I just thought of my sad fiancé. Xiao Chen sighed deeply, is like a betrayed affectionate person. It turns out that he is also a person with a story. Wu Mingyue murmured. Next, Xiao Chen added fuel and jealousy and began to tell his story. He had a passion for Bai Yue, but Bai Yue betrayed him and fell into the arms of the enemy. He went to the door to ask for an explanation, but was crushed by the enemy with his power, and in the end even the whole body meridians were abolished. Then I was alone, gritted his teeth and practiced alone, seeking revenge. This is simply the story of the protagonist of the destiny in the novel. Xiao Chen, I didn't expect you to have such a past. Hearing Xiao Chen's words, Wu Mingyue couldn't help but feel a trace of distress for Xiao Chen. At the same time, he was very disgusted with the enemy who bullied him. Your enemy is really disgusting. What kind of force is he and does he need Mingyue's help? Wu Mingyue said. Xiao Chen was slightly happy. Isn't this the effect he wanted? Master Canglong said that behind Wu Mingyue, there may be an immortal tradition. In that case, you can definitely compete with the Jun family, but Xiao Chen didn't say it directly, but said with a firm face, no need, my hatred, I have to repay it by myself, how can I rely on others? Xiao Chen's words made Wu Mingyue admire even more. I also became more determined about Wu Mingyue's intention to help Xiao Chen. www.readwn.com. Xiao Chen, needless to say, no matter what your enemy's identity and background, Mingyue is not afraid of him. If he dares to overwhelm others, Mingyue will definitely make him understand what regret is. Wu Mingyue's tone showed a rare touch of nobility and domineering. What is her identity? The eldest princess of the immortal dynasty, her identity is amazing. She is confident, even if Xiao Chen's enemy is an immortal patriot of heaven, in front of her, she can only bow her head. In Huangtian immortal realm, there are not many Tianjiao who are taller than her. Mingyue, thank you so much. Xiao Chen showed a touch of emotion. Wu Mingyue nodded slightly. She has made up her mind, if there is a chance to run into Xiao Chen's enemy later, she doesn't mind getting rid of it. Huangzhou, the residence of the monarch, in the palace of the Emperor of Heaven, Jun Xiaoyao, who was practicing, suddenly felt something and opened his eyes. How do I feel? Someone wants to harm me. Jun Xiaoyao murmured, but he smiled instead. There are quite a few people who want to harm him, people from the ancestral dragon nest, Xiao Chen, Xingyun and even Jun Wanjie are all possible, but Jun Xiaoyao doesn't mind this. Anyway, no one can threaten him. At this moment, outside the palace of the Emperor of Heaven, the sound of the king's sword rang out. The king holds the sword to see the Lord of God. Come in. Jun Xiaoyao said. After a short while, Jun Zhuangjin walked in, with a hint of excitement on his face. Brother Zhuangjin, what happened? Jun Xiaoyao smiled lightly. God, Yuantian Supreme Secret Store, there is news. Chapter 45, Xiao Chen rushed to the Supreme Secret Store, Canglong Ancient Emperor's Line, Lon. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun's expression on his sword was full of excitement. Yuantian Supreme Order, which he had obtained a few years ago, has never been useful, and now, there is finally news of Yuantian Supreme Secret Storage. Oh, the secret is coming out. Jun Xiaoyao's eyes were dull. He didn't have much surprise, as he expected. That's right. Jun Zhanjian nodded and said, there is news that there is a vision in Nanyuan Daozhou, and there is a supreme aura permeating. If there is no accident, it is undoubtedly the Yuantian supreme treasure. Jun Xiaoyao nodded slightly and said, well, after some preparations, you can set off. Jun Sword then said, God, our Jun family should have 4 Tianjiao who have received the Yuantian supreme order. 4. Jun Xiaoyao wondered. God, you, me, and Jun Xuanhuan, and... Jun Zhangjian paused and hesitated slightly. Who? Jun Xiaoyao asked calmly. Jun Wanjie. Jun Zhangjian let out a breath, said, he knew that Jun Wanjie seemed to be quite different from Jun Xiaoyao. It turned out to be him, that's all right. Jun Xiaoyao said casually, he has an invincible posture, is respected by his peers, and he has not regarded him as a king. Within a few days, the news that the Supreme Secret Vault was born in Nanyuan Province began to circulate in the 3,000 states. Supreme Secret Treasure, that is the treasure of a supreme powerhouse. It has a certain attraction to immortal orthodoxy, let alone those subordinate forces. For a time, the entire 3,000 states of the wild heaven and immortal realm were all surging. It is conceivable that this will be a grand gathering of Tianjiao, the stage for the game of various forces. Kunzu, outside a mountain range, Xiao Chen and Wu Mingyue appeared. Xiao Chen had inquired about it before, and the Yuantian Supreme Secret Store had been born in Daozhou of Nanyuan. Master Canglong has also been telling him that he must win the ancient dragon bones in the secret store, so he is also planning to go to Namwan Province. Mingyue, do you want to go to Nanyuan Daozhou with me? Xiao Chen looked at Wu Mingyue, tender and tender with tender eyes. During this period of time, there was no substantial contact between him and Wu Mingyue, but the relationship is already very harmonious. This made Xiao Chen think that he was almost about to attack Wu Mingyue. Wu Mingyue's face was covered with white gauze, and she looked at Xiao Chen with Qiushui's bright eyes, with a hint of tenderness, but she still shook her head slightly. Sorry, Xiao Chen, the Yuantian Supreme Secret Store was born, and there will be a gathering of forces from all quarters. If I show up, it will be easy to reveal my identity and then be arrested. Wu Mingyue's words made Xiao Chen's face a little dark. He also now knows Wu Mingyue's true identity, is the eldest princess of the Panwu dynasty. Her status is amazing, and the reason why she escaped by herself was because she didn't want to face the matter of choosing her husband later. She doesn't want her life's major events, mixed with interests, and being manipulated by others. Mingyue, one day, I will go to Panwu Xinchao to marry you. Xiao Chen didn't know why, his brain was hot, and he suddenly spoke. Wu Mingyue heard the words, and the jade face flew onto 2 red clouds, like the morning glow in snow, which is not beautiful. Xiao Chen, what nonsense are you talking about? Wu Mingyue rarely showed a hint of shyness. It is said that a woman in love has no brains. Wu Mingyue is unlikely to fall directly, but she already has a good impression of Xiao Chen. But she also understands that although Xiao Chen has strong abilities, it is not right for him to be an improper household. Panwu God dynasty is also absolutely impossible. Let the princess of his own parents marry the prince of an ancient Qinglong country. Don't worry, Xiao Chen, speak up, and I will never break my word. Xiao Chen smiled straightly, confidently. The confident and sunny smile gave Wu Mingyue a special feeling. Xiao Chen, unlike the young talents she had met, was firm and simple. Afterwards, although Xiao Chen was reluctant to give up, he still bid farewell to Wu Mingyue. Xiao Chen, although Mingyue cannot walk with you in the face, but it can help you secretly. If you encounter any danger in the Yuantian Supreme Vault, Mingyue will help you. Wu Mingyue whispered in her heart, she has decided to hide in the dark and follow Xiao Chen, is so because she has a vague hunch in her heart. This time Xiao Chen went to the Yuantian Supreme Secret Store, which would be extremely dangerous. The base camp of the Zulong's Nest, Hongzhou, a stretch of thousands of miles, within the mountain range where dragons gather. A loud voice sounded. Bai Qi, at the beginning, that Yuantian Supreme, arrogant and domineering, snatched a few valuable ancient dragon bones from my ancestral dragon nest. This time the secret is opened, you go and take back that dragon bone. Fell with the voice of speaking. Another woman in cyan armor suddenly showed her figure. She has a beautiful face, a slender figure, a symmetrical figure wrapped in cyan armor, and she looks heroic, like a hero in a female middle school. but the most eye-catching thing about this woman is that her black and soft hair has two cyan dragon horns sticking out, indicating that she is not a human race, but an ancient royal family. This woman, named Long Bai Chi, is a talented dragon girl in Ancestral. Dragon Nest. In the Ancestral Dragon Nest, the status of the dragon girl is equal to the dragon child, and this Long Bai Chi, to a certain extent, is more powerful than Long Haotian. Because of her ancestors, there was a Canglong ancient emperor, the ancient emperor of the primordial royal family, that is the supreme existence comparable to the human emperor, so from this point of view, Long Bai Chi can be regarded as a trace of the blood of the ancient emperor, although passed down to this day, the blood of the ancient emperor in Long Bai Chi's body is too thin to be extracted, but after all, he is a descendant of the ancient emperor of Canglong, and his talent is needless to say. Yes, Bai Chi will follow the orders of the ancestors and must bring back the ancient keel. Long Bai Chi clasped his fists, bravely, and did not lose the man. By the way, you must be careful of the prince's son, Yu reading www.yuukangshu.com. This time the secret is opened, he might also enter the world to fight for the front. The magnificent voice exhorted. That gentleman's son, is that powerful? Long Bai Chi frowned slightly. These days, she has heard many stories about the son of the Jun family, and her ears are almost calling out. Can easily kill Long Haotian's existence, what do you think? Said the voice. Long Haotian merged with a dragon Yuan, it is indeed not weak, but Bai Chi has merged two dragon Yuan, and it is still completely refining and fusion. In terms of strength, Long Haotian is definitely not better than Bai Chi. Long Bai Chi raised her snow-white chin slightly, with a touch of confidence. Are all geniuses in a million, who will convince whom? Before seeing the power of Jun Xiaoyao, even members of the family like Jun Zhanjin would be a little ignored, let alone the dragon of the hostile force. Many times, before they are truly defeated, these arrogances will not admit defeat in their hearts. If you were afraid from the beginning, it would be tantamount to the collapse of Dao Xian, and you don't need to practice anymore. In short, be careful. The voice warned. Accomplished, Bai Chi has retired. Long Bai Chi arched his hands slightly, and did not listen to the words, but left directly, ready to set off. The magnificent voice also sighed slightly. Hey, I missed the line of Canglong ancient emperor. There used to be a descendant of a prostitute who was sealed in the source of God, but now she has lost her whereabouts and is completely blue. The dragon technique was also lost. If we can find the descendant of the prostitute and let her be born, then there will be another dragon Aotian in my ancestral dragon nest. When the time comes, the taboo dragon child and the taboo dragon girl will come out together. So what is the emperor's son? Chapter 46, in Nantian City, Dao Ji Tianzong greeted him, and which big person to meet. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Nan Yuan Daozhou, the birth of Yuan Tianjizuan's secret store, can be said to have set off a situation in all directions. In recent times, from time to time, there have been top-ranked orthodoxy and first-class forces rushing to Namwan province, various kinds of carts, flying ancient beasts, building boats, crossing the void, so lively. But the people of these forces also know that the immortal traditions that occupies the bulk of the Yuan-Tian supreme secrets are still those. This time the Yuan-Tian supreme secret store will become a place for those immortal Dao traditions and disciples of the younger generation. For example, when someone sees the ancestral dragon's nest, there is a Qinglin flying dragon flying into the sky with a brave figure standing on it. Someone recognized it. It was a famous dragon girl from the ancestral dragon nest Canglong, and she was extremely powerful. Someone else saw that in the ancient family of Ji's family, there is a golden horse across the sky, on which sits a brave young man, whose right arm seems to be shining brightly. It's the little saint of the Ji family, Ji Xian. Someone exclaimed, there are also some Taiku royal families who are also coming. Someone saw a golden lion with 9 heads stepping across the sky, fierce and mighty. That is the most prosperous line of the ancient royal family, the 9-headed lion clan. It is rumored that the creatures of this clan are very rare, but their strength is extremely strong, and they have almost touched the threshold of the primordial royal family. I am afraid that it will take a few years for the 9 lions to succeed in entering the ancient royal family. there is also a clan of sky-swallowing sparrows all covered in darkness, fluttering their wings, and everything they pass by is swallowed up. In short, such top powers are emerging in endlessly. People from other forces also know that they can only pick up some scraps. Huangzhou, Jun's house. After some time of preparation, Jun Xiaoyao is also ready to set off. This will be his first entry into the WTO. The 10-year-old banquet before, strictly speaking, can only be regarded as a stage appearance, not a complete entry into the WTO. And this time, he really wants to get out of the Jun family, walking in the fairyland with the double aura of the Jun family's sun and the zero sequence. Xiaoyao, you hold these things. This guardian charm was made by the 18 ancestors. There is also this big moving talisman, which can move space at critical moments. In short, if those old immortals dare to pull their faces down and face you, my Jun family will definitely let them go around. Jun Zhantian said. Thank you, Grandpa. Jun Xiaoyao nodded slightly. But if you encounter Tianjiao of your generation, you have to rely on yourself. After all, this is also an experience. Jun Zhantiando. That's natural. If someone of my generation can beat me, then I don't have to take the place of Jun's face and walk in the fairyland. Jun Xiaoyao calmly smiled. These sons, saint women and others who are walking outside represent the faces of their respective forces. If you lose to others, the forces behind you will lose face. Xiaoyao, with your status, there are absolutely no few people who want to step on your upper position to become famous. Jun Zhantian warned. If you step on my upper position, then they will have that life. Jun Xiaoyao said lightly, holding his hand. Then, Jun Xiaoyao and others were ready to set off. This time it was Jun Zhantian and other clan veterans leading the team. Outside the gate of Jun's mountain, a 9-headed white jade dragon horse drawn by a horse is already ready. This kind of white jade dragon horse, blood is extremely rare, with a trace of white dragon blood, soaring the clouds and driving the fog. The gods are extraordinary. The top talent, if he could get a white jade dragon horse, it would be enough for him to show off among his peers. But now, there are 9 white jade dragon horses, pulling a car together. Obviously, this car was prepared for Jun Xiaoyao. Beside the coach, there are 2 sequences of Jun Zhanjian and Jun Xuanhuan. There are also some experienced young geniuses from the Jun family who have been waiting here respectfully for a long time. Jun Xiaoyao walked out calmly, and Jun Linglong followed. I have seen Lord Godko, including Jun Xuanhuan and Jun Zhanjian. Everyone respectfully bowed their hands to Jun Xiaoyao, with a look of worship in their eyes. Jun Xiaoyao's performance at the 10-year-old banquet was enough to convince the young people of the Jun family. They are also looking forward to it. What kind of amazing record can Jun Xiaoyao create in this Yuantian Supreme Secret Collection? You don't need to be polite, right? Is there one missing person? Jun Xiaoyao raised his eyebrows slightly. The king opened his sword with a sword and said, the Son of God, it is the Lord Wanjie. He has already taken his followers one step ahead. Are you dissatisfied with me? Jun Xiaoyao murmured. He didn't care. Dissatisfied? Just hit the clothes. There is nothing. It is something that a fist cannot solve. If it doesn't work, then give another punch. After, Jun's mighty team also set out, heading for Nanyuan province. At the same time, Xiao Chen was also rushing to Nanyuan province. After all, this Yuantian Supreme Secret Vault is also very important to him. Put aside other rare causes, light is an ancient dragon bone, which is extremely important for him to cultivate the Azure Dragon transformation art. Not to mention the Master Canglong, he also needs ancient keel bones to reshape his body. So this trip to the secret realm, Xiao Chen is bound to win. Nanyuan Daozhou is one of the 3,000 states in the wild and immortal domain, is just in the top power, the dominion of the Taoist heavenly sect. Dao Ji Tianzong before www.readwn.com also participated in Jun Xiaoyao's 10-year-old banquet. The old Taoist heavenly sect still praised Jun Xiaoyao. At this moment, in Nanyuan Daozu, Nantianqing, this city is the closest city to the Yuantian Supreme Secrets. So recently, it has also become extremely lively. All major forces, the ancient royal family, strange creatures, and even the monster race, all appeared. Can be said to be a mixed bag, and at this moment, everyone noticed, a group of green-robed figures appeared above Nantian City. That costume is a disciple of the Taoist heavenly sect, and there are many elders. Why do they all appear? Is the person headed, is the Dao Ji Tianzong old Taoist? In terms of status, he is higher than the Dao Ji Tianzong sect master. Oh my God, people like this are all coming out and waiting. Is it because they want to meet some big person? But is there anyone who is worthy of being received by the veteran Taoist priest? In Nantian City, when many monks and creatures were making a noise, far in the sky, a group of mighty people came. There are buildings and ships across the sky, chariots crossing, and 9-headed white jade dragon horse-drawn chariots, roaring and crushing the sky. Banner hunting, write a letter Jun. Fuck, it's the house of the ancient monarch. The Jun family is here, no wonder Dao Ji Tianzong received such a cautiously, even the old Taoists showed up. By the way, has the rumored son of the Jun family come? I can hear all kinds of rumors about him. Yes, I heard that the prince's son is not handsome, but looks like a banished immortal in the sky. Many female monks are also looking forward to their bright eyes. Chapter 47, The Son of God arrives. Nantian City is sensational, and Jun Wanjie is dissatisfied. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Jun Xiaoyao, although it is the first time to walk outside, but the name has already spread throughout the entire deserted fairyland. Almost no one knows, but there are many people who know Jun Xiaoyao's name, but there are very few people who have actually met Jun Xiaoyao. Under such curiosity, Jun Xiaoyao became even more mysterious, making everyone look forward to it. I didn't expect that this time the elders of the Jun family came in person, but it made me shine. The old Taoist man of the Taoist Tianzong smiled and arched his hands. The old Taoist is polite. Jun Wanjie walked out, stepped into the void, and laughed loudly. By the way, that son. The old Taoist glanced away. To be honest, there are very few young people who can impress him. Jun Xiaoyao is definitely what impressed him the most. I didn't expect it to be remembered by seniors, but Jun was flattered. On the carriage drawn by 9 white jade dragons, Jun Linglong opened the bead curtain with his bare hands, and Jun Xiaoyao walked out calmly, is dressed in white clothes like snow, slender figure, like a breeze repairing bamboo, with excellent temperament. His skin is as shining as jade, the roots of his hair are glowing, and his body is enveloped in a haze of fairy light. A beautiful face of peerless beauty is also shrouded by the seemingly non-existent fairy mist. This is not Jun Xiaoyao. Deliberately concealing it, but his physical body, coupled with the supreme bones, so that his whole body is enveloped in Taoyun, and he is born with fairy light. Oh my God, is that the son of the Jun family? What kind of fairy looks is this? I love it. I'm dead. The moment when Jun Xiaoyao appeared, the entire Nantian City was a sensation. Not to mention the female monks of the human race. At this moment, all the female creatures, their eyes are like magnets meeting iron, tightly attached to Jun Xiaoyao. Even some of the male monks looked slightly dazed. God, why do you want me to see the face of the son of the Jun family? In this way, for the rest of my life, who else can come into my eyes? A first-class Orthodox goddess of heaven, she looked up, her eyes lost, and she was very distressed. The other saint of the Holy Land, curled up her long hair, muttered to herself. This growing hair is for you to stay. If you don't marry you, your long hair will not be cut. The ancient Buddha in the green lamp, comb your boudoir. Such scenes are staged in every corner of Nantian City. It can be said that the appearance of Jun Xiaoyao made these female monks almost staying. Orgasm. Rao are those men, who can't afford to be jealous at all, because the gap is too big. Jun Xiaoyao discusses identity, status, appearance, and strength. Everything is beyond their reach. Jun Xiaoyao glanced down slightly. Those female monks reminded him of those star fans in his previous life, although Jun Xiaoyao's appearance has been shrouded in immortal glory. Even a vague glimpse is so handsome that it makes the female monks dizzy. The son of God is polite. The old way has already prepared a house, please. The old Taoist arched his hands slightly, then, under the guidance of the old Taoist, Jun Xiaoyao and others, then left. The entire Nantian City burst into endless uproar. it is conceivable that the appearance of the son of the king's family is far more influential than the appearance of the proud son of any power. At this moment, in a house in Nantian City, a young man in a silver armor sat cross-legged. His face is square and resolute, with interlaced scars on his cheeks, adding a bit of coldness to the bones. Around him, electric glows entwined, countless thunder and lightning runes, manifested in the void, exuding strong waves of destruction. This man is naturally the fifth sequence of the Jun family, Jun Wanjie. In front of him, a follower who was covered in black mist was reporting the situation to him. Has it come? In Jun Wanjie's eyes, thunder and calamity were intertwined. At the same time, with a cold color, he had arrived at Nantian City earlier, and only some disciples of Dao Ji Tianzong met him. And now, Jun Xiaoyao and others have arrived, and the entire Taoist heavenly sect is dispatched, and all the major disciples and elders have appeared. Even the old Taoist, who is higher than the suzerain, appeared to welcome him. This distinction is too obvious, although there is also the meaning of meeting with the clan elders like Jun Wanjie, but Jun Wanjie knew that the main reason was actually Jun Xiaoyao. In the eyes of the Dao Ji Tianzong and his party, the importance of his king's tribulations is far less important than that of Jun Xiaoyao. The follower who was covered in black mist was also angrily said, "Those people of the Taoist heavenly sect are really blind. How can a fledgling boy compare to Master Wanjie?" That this follower is the Tianjiao that Jun Wanjie conquered from the outside, and his name is He Tu, from the Heiyun clan. It is said that the ancestor of this tribe was a Black Cloud enlightened and achieved the supreme state. No one is born high above, even if it is that gentleman. I will prove to the Jun family that he does not deserve the position of the zero sequence. Jun Wanjie said indifferently, he has gone through a lot of hardships, and I don't know how many injuries he has suffered, and how much hardship he has suffered before he gets a fifth sequence position. Jun Xiaoyao got the position of the zero sequence at hand. If you change to who you are, your mentality will explode. Jun Wanjie asked himself. He was already very restrained. Hey, my sir, I'm so embarrassed. He Tu thought to himself, that he is injustice for the Lord. Several days passed. Jun Xiaoyao could be regarded as settled in Nantian City, although there is a vision revealed in the Yuantian Supreme Secret Collection, Yu reading www.yuukangshu.com, but it is still a few days before it was born, and in the past few days, Jun Wanjie also left, and began to contact other immortal leaders. They want to unite and turn the entire Yuantian Supreme Secret Store into a place for the disciples of the younger generation. Any strong older generation is not allowed to enter it. Jun is leisurely and has nothing to do. He is very leisurely in his residence. Jun Linglong smiled slightly and said, "My son, I heard that there is a local specialty in Daozhou, Nanyuan, Qingxinling tea. Linglong will buy it for my son." Jun Linglong is smart and considerate. She knows that Jun Xiaoyao likes to drink tea, and she specifically inquires about this special product. Well, it's still Linglong and careful. If anyone marries you in the future, it will be a blessing. Jun Xiaoyao smiled casually. Jun Linglong's pretty face blushed, and Jun Xiaoyao glanced at him charmingly. She has already decided in her heart to follow Jun Xiaoyao all her life and be his maid. How can you still marry others? As for let Jun Xiaoyao marry her. Jun Linglong is self-aware. It would be nice to stay with Jun Xiaoyao as a maid. She will not take the initiative to make such an unreasonable request. Of course, if Jun Xiaoyao is willing, Jun Linglong will readily accept it. As for the age difference of more than 10 years old, for monks, it can actually be ignored. Not long after, Jun Linglong went out and arrived at a market in Nantian City. Soon, she found out that Qingxinling tea had 1,000 years of age. Just when Jun Linglong was about to buy, a young figure shrouded in black mist appeared, with a cold and playful tone. "Sorry, this refreshing soul tea, I want it." Chapter 48, Jun Wanjie shot. Linglong was injured, and there was no good fruit to eat. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Okay. Jun Linglong frowns his eyebrows slightly, looking at her beautiful eyes. She is also a noble lady in the Jun family anyway. Although she is not as famous as Jun Xiaoyao and the 10 major sequences, she is also considered to be a small name. People who dare to target her are rare. This young figure covered in black mist is just the follower of Jun Wanjie, Heiyun clan Tianjiao, Black Earth. Are you from the Black Cloud clan? Jun Linglong frowned. She has a 7-orifice exquisite heart, knows her well, and recognizes He Tu as a member of the Heiyuan tribe, but she didn't know that He Tu was a follower of Jun Wanjie. After all, Jun Linglong does not pay attention to Jun Wanjie. I want this refreshing soul tea, do you have any comments? He Tu looked at Jun Linglong with a provocative look. Jun's exquisite eyes shimmer and shine, she can see it too. This is not accidental, it was this Black Cloud clan's arrogant who took the initiative to provoke and find fault. Do you know who I am? Jun Linglong said lightly, showing nobility and arrogance. Only in front of Jun Xiaoyao, she is an obedient and caring maid. In front of anyone else, she is a noble lady of the noble family. I'm also a follower of Lord 10,000 Tribulations anyway, how can I not know the name of the Lady Linglong? He Tu curled his lips indifferently and smiled. That's it. Jun Linglong heard the words and instantly understood. No wonder this Hyunzu Tianjiao is so confident, even daring to provoke her. It turned out that there was the 5th sequence standing behind, Jun Wanjie. From this point of view, He Tu does not have to fear her. This tea is for the Son of God, do you dare to stop it? Jun Linglong said indifferently. Sorry, my adults also want to drink tea, and don't use God's Son as a shield, my adults are not weaker than him. He Tu said coldly. At this moment, a sword light suddenly fell from a distance to the black soil. At the same time, there was an indifferent scolding voice, where there is something that does not have eyes, let me teach you a lesson for Jun Wanjie. Feeling the fluctuation of the sword light, the black face suddenly changed, his figure suddenly gasified, turning into a black mist. The sword light pierced through the black fog and crashed on the ground behind. The black soil turned to condense again, but his face was pale. Qi turns into fog, which is his racial talent of the Black Cloud race, but every time it is cast, it consumes extremely mana. Not far away, a figure holding a sword in his arms appeared. It was the 10th sequence, the king holding the sword. He wanted to be a follower of Jun Xiaoyao, but was rejected by Jun Xiaoyao. It is indeed not appropriate for a sequence to become a follower. Although Jun Xiaoyao refused, Jun Zhanjian now has the consciousness of his followers, just doesn't have the title. 10th sequence, Jun Zhanjian, why are you? He Mu's face was pale, and his eyes showed fear. If he is just a Jun Linglong, he is naturally not afraid. Although Jun Linglong is a noble girl, she has not yet reached the top 10 sequence level, and this sword is a genuine sequence, although his status and strength are not as good as his master Jun Wanjie, but the sequence is the sequence, not to be humiliated. Black soil is also full of doubts. How does Jun Zhanjian feel like a follower of Jun Xiaoyao? Whoever gave you the courage to provoke the people around the Son of God, is that Jun Wanjie? Jun Zhanjian coldly scolded. The black face turned blue and white. Facing Jun Zhanjian, he was still a little frustrated, and just now, there was a cold voice in the distance. Jun Zhanjian, you are also part of the sequence anyway, you are willing to become a follower of Jun Xiaoyao. What is his charm that makes you all willing to submit to him? That when he heard this voice, Jun Zhuangjian's face also changed slightly. This is the voice of Jun Wanjie, as predicted, a figure enveloping the thunder and lightning gods, coming from afar. It is Jun Wanjie. He has black hair and fluttering black hair, his eyes shoot 3 feet of thunder, and there are thunder and lightning runes all over his body, like a of thunder. That's the 5th sequence of the Jun's family. What's the matter, is there a conflict? There seems to be the 10th sequence Jun Zhanjian of the Jun family, and the exquisite lady. The Yuantian Supreme Secret Vault has not been opened yet. Is the Jun family going to fight inwardly? Many eyes were attracted. Jun Wanjie, what are you going to do? Seeing Jun Wanjie's bursting breath, Jun Zhuangjian's brows constricted. Jun Wanjie's temper is notoriously surly and domineering. Don't talk about foreigners, they are members of the Jun family, he has taught a lot. The dignified monarch sequence turned out to be a follower. If you really want to do this, then remove the sequence identity as soon as possible, Jun Wanjie said. He shot directly. Between he raised his hand, there was the light of thunder. He cultivated the supreme dharma, crossed the heavenly tribulation power, and awakened the thunder tribulation body, ranks in the top 303,000 physiques. Moreover, this kind of thunder catastrophe war body is powerful and lethality is amazing. far surpassing Yi Xingyun's Star King body, rumbling. Jun Wanjie's palm was pushed out, and the rolling thunder seemed to turn into a torrent, crashing down on Jun Zhanjian and Jun Linglong. Not good, that the king hurried out with his sword, and the bright sword light spread out. Jun Linglong also shot, but even if the two of them resist at the same time, it is difficult to stop Jun Wanjie's moves. www.readwn.com with a loud roar, both Jun Zhanjian and Jun Linglong are shocked and retreat one after another. It's okay for the king to fight the sword. After all, it is the 10th sequence. Although it is not as good as the king, it will not be too far behind, but Jun Linglong's cultivation base is a little weaker. After several dozen steps, his pure white jade face is slightly pale, and there is a faint blood stain on the corners of his lips. Jun Wanjie glanced at him, his face indifferent, and said, "Today is a warning, tell that Jun Xiaoyao, and be more low-key in the future." After that, Jun Wanjie turned and left. In any case, Jun Zhanjian and Jun Linglong are both Jun family members. Just give a lesson and suppress Jun Xiaoyao's arrogance. Jun Wanjie didn't even think about really hurting them. The strength of an adult is truly the best in the world. Seeing Jun Wanjie raising his hand, repelling Jun Zhanjian and Jun Linglong, the Black Earth showed a strong look of worship. He turned to look at Jun Linglong, and the corner of his mouth stirred up a playful taste. "Tell your master, my adult is the pillar and hope of the younger generation of Jun family." After finished speaking, He too also left with Jun Wanjie. Jun Linglong spit out a small bit of blood again. "You are not injured lightly," Jun Zhanjian said. His tone implies helplessness. Compared to Jun Wanjie, he is indeed a step behind. "It's okay, I have to buy tea for the son." Jun Linglong has not forgotten her own affairs, so she bought King Xingxin tea for Jun Xiaoyao. Jun looked at the sword with a slight sigh. It's this time. What she thought in her heart was still about Jun Xiaoyao, but Jun Zhanjian also knew that Jun Xiaoyao was not a master who swallowed his breath, offended the people around him. Then Jun Wanjie was afraid that there would be no good fruit to eat. Chapter 49, Revenge is not overnight, and kill the Black Cloud Tianjiao casually. You are listening at novelfull.audio. It didn't take long for Jun Linglong and Jun Zhanjian to return to the place where Jun Xiaoyao was. "My son, King Xingxin tea has been bought." A smile appeared on Jun Linglong's slightly pale jade face. "Well, okay." Jun Xiaoyao just nodded when he noticed the abnormalities between Jun Linglong and Jun Zhanjian. He frowned slightly, got up and walked to Jun Linglong. "The son?" Jun Linglong's expression stopped, a little cramped. Jun Xiaoyao raised his hand and gently wiped off a faint blood stain on the corner of Jun Linglong's lips. Such an intimate act made Jun Linglong blush. "What happened?" Jun Xiaoyao asked lightly. He didn't say how much he liked Jun Linglong. At least, Jun Linglong is the person next to him. His shot at Jun Linglong is a challenge to him. "Sorry, son of God, I couldn't stop that, Lord Wanjie," Jun Zhanyu said apologetically. "Speak clearly," Jun Xiaoyao said. Next, Jun Zhanjian told Jun Xiaoyao what had happened before. "I'm all hurt and thinking about buying me tea. Are you stupid?" Jun Xiaoyao shook his head slightly. "The son wants to drink, Linglong wants to buy it." Hearing Jun Xiaoyao's words that seemed to be spoiled, Jun Linglong's heart was as sweet as eating honey. "Let's go." Jun Xiaoyao flicked his sleeves and said with his hand. "Where to go?" Jun Zhanjian asked subconsciously. "Of course I went to find that Jun Wanjie." Jun Xiaoyao smiled, just that smile, with a little coldness. "What gentleman revenge? It is not too late for 10 years, everything is the Jun family, the overall situation is important, it does not exist. Revenge is not overnight." Since Jun Wanjie took the initiative to provoke him, then Jun Xiaoyao didn't have to save him face. On the other side, in the place where Jun Wanjie is, the black soil showed a hint of unwillingness and said, "My lord, since your strength is so strong, why not directly suppress that Jun Xiaoyao?" Just saw Jun Wanjie's domineering move, and the black soil worship to the extreme, also believes that Jun Wanjie can definitely defeat Jun Xiaoyao. Jun Wanjie shook his head slightly and said, "First of all, that Jun Xiaoyao is the ancient sacrament plus supreme bone, and his strength is not weak. If it weren't for my age and realm advantage, maybe I can't deal with him. Secondly, the Yuan-Tian Supreme Secret Vault will also be opened. If he Jun Xiaoyao internalizes, it will affect my state, and I may be condemned by the clan elder at that time. That I have to say, Jun Wanjie has risen all the way from the bottom of the collateral system, and his brain is not stupid, on the contrary, he is very shrewd, had only taken a shot to calm Jun Zhanjian and Jun Linglong before, trying to suppress Jun Xiaoyao's limelight a little, can be said to be the end, just right, in this way, the effect has been achieved, and he will not be blamed by the clan elder, and it will not affect his participation in the secret collection. It's still an adult strategizing, the subordinates didn't expect this at all. He too couldn't help but admire it even more. And I can guarantee that Jun Xiaoyao will endure it for a while, and he will at least wait until the secret is over before he dare to attack me. Jun Wanjie's mouth raised a sneer, but just as his voice fell, outside the attic where he was, there was a sudden shock wave. What happened? At the moment when Jun Wanjie was stunned, a seal tactic fell from the sky, like a meteor. It's the seal of the king. Jun Wanjie's complexion changed suddenly, and he hurried out, the black soil also turned pale, turning into a black smoke and swept out, boom. The sky is on the floor. The attic where Jun Wanjie lived was directly transformed into nothingness. A huge deep pit appeared on the spot, with large cracks spreading around it. Such movement can be said to have attracted the attention of countless people around. What's the matter? Has anyone done it? It seems that something happened in the fifth sequence of the Jun family. My God, someone even raised Jun Wanjie's residence. The entire Nantian City was a sensation, and it was boiling. You know, that is the fifth-order residence of Tang Jun's family, not to mention razed to the ground. Even if you pass by, you have to be quiet. Look, is it the son of the emperor's family? A monk raised his head and pointed at the sky suddenly. Above the sky, 4 figures stand. Jun Linglong, Jun Xuanhuan, and Jun Zhanjian stood behind, and Jun Xiaoyao is at the forefront. He put one hand behind him, and the other hand, just lifted the posture of Jane. Obviously, he issued that man's seal. Jun Xiao Yao. A cold shout, accompanied by the spread of billions of thunder. There was a loud noise, and a figure entwined with thunder light leaped into the air. It was Jun Wanjie. His eyes were fixed on Jun Xiaoyao, as if 2 Wang Leiqi were rolling in his eyes, and the thunder flashed endlessly. He didn't expect Jun Xiaoyao to be so decisive. He also said just now that before the end of the secret, Jun Xiaoyao will definitely not attack him. In the next moment, he was beaten in the face immediately. Beside him, the black soil also showed his figure, with a look of horror, looking at Jun Xiaoyao. He had only heard of Jun Xiaoyao before, but he had never seen it before. Is the first time now, but I am absolutely impressed. After all, their residence was turned into nothingness by Jun Xiaoyao. Jun Xiaoyao, what do you mean? Jun Wanjie suppressed his anger and said coldly. Who gave you the courage to move your own son? Jun Xiaoyao has a calm tone, but he is domineering. Jun Linglongfang's heart beats constantly. There are many female monks who are watching around, but they are also excited, and they want to take the place of Jun Linglong. I just punished them for a while, and didn't really do anything to them. Is the child only this way? Jun Wanjie's tone was extremely cold. Well, you are right, my breath is indeed very small, in that case. Jun Xiaoyao nodded slightly, his eyes turned to the black earth. The heart of the black soil, like an ice cave, sank to the bottom. You are the one who picks things up first. For a follower like you who are mindless, kill them. Jun Xiaoyao's voice fell, and he reached out. The majestic golden mana burst out like a volcano, intertwined and condensed into a golden rune hand. Grab it with one hand, as if Wuzishan fell down. www.readwn.com to oppress people. No, how is it possible? The black earth was so terrified that the souls of the dead. It was the first time he faced Jun Xiaoyao. Naturally, he didn't know that Jun Xiaoyao was so powerful. Is like facing a young emperor. Enough, stop. Jun Wanjie also raised his hand. The thunder and lightning gods were intertwined, turning into a thunderous giant, wanting to intercept Jun Xiaoyao. This sun wants to kill, can you stop it? Jun Xiaoyao shook his head and sighed, with his other hand sticking out, a dragon gas erupted and turned into a golden dragon claw, colliding with the king's miraculous move, is exactly the magical power he extracted from Long Haotian's Long Yuan, which is to cut the dragon hand, and here, Jun Xiaoyao continued to suppress the black soil. The black soil gritted his teeth and once again used the unique means of the Black Cloud tribe. Gasifying into mist, the golden rune hand directly smashed the black mist, but couldn't kill him. Hee, what number 0 sequence, but that's it, even I can't kill, how can I fight with adults? That the black soil figure gathered again, his face was pale, and his heart was lingering, but his heart was relieved, it seems that it will be a while, Jun Xiaoyao can't help him. Is it really mindless? Jun Xiaoyao tilted his head slightly, as if watching a clown, he raised his hand again, urging the idol to restrain the prison. The dark furnace of hell, suppressed directly from above the sky, like a furnace of refining gods and demons, erupting endless suction. No, what's this? The black earth was so scared that the souls were all gone, and he hurriedly cast his gas into mist again, but all the black mist is instantly absorbed and refined by the hell furnace. From it, a scream of black earth screamed. After a while, the scream suddenly stopped. Chapter 50, The Son of God has an invincible posture, crushes the king and kills. You are listening at novelfull.audio. The world fell into dead silence, looking at the black soil that was destroyed by those two moves. All the monks secretly swallowed a sip in the surrounding area of Nantian City. Hey too, as the arrogant of the black clouds, is not only not weak, but very strong, its strength is even comparable to that of some great teachers, Taoist Tianjiao. Otherwise, he wouldn't be a follower of Jun Wanjie, and now, between Jun Xiaoyao's hands, he killed a Tianjiao effortlessly. This made the monks who saw Jun Xiaoyao take action for the first time, and there was a shock in their eyes. The son of the king's family, the 0 number sequence, a well-deserved name. Jun Xiaoyao, that there was a roar, which exploded like thunder on the ground, that is Jun Wanjie, raging with anger, and a 3-foot thunder light burst into his eyes, showing his innermost anger. His own followers are killed in front of their own face, this is naked face slap, and it's still the kind of no room left, boom. Jun Wanjie didn't say much anymore, he couldn't bear it anymore. What are the consequences? I'll talk about it later. The current Jun Wanjie only wants to suppress Jun Xiaoyao. He slapped out with one hand, and the terrifying thunder light poured out, turning into 10,000 rays of thunder, and the fluctuations were so powerful that it was shocking. This is a powerful thunder system martial arts supernatural power, the 8 desolation shocking thunder palm, blessing Jun Wanjie's thunder tribulation battle body, shoot it out with one palm, and any Tianjiao in the divine bridge realm will be either dead or injured. God be careful. Jun Zhangjin couldn't help but reminded, although he knows that Jun Xiaoyao is very strong, but Jun Wanjie is not weak. Both he and Jun Linglong had not stopped Jun Wanjie before. However, as soon as Jun Zhangjin said his words, he choked, his pupils slowly widening. Jun Xiaoyao made a fist with 5 fingers, and blasted a fist lightly, without the slightest smoke, but it seemed that the sound of dragons broke out. A real dragon phantom, entwining his fist, burst out. Is the supernatural power of Zulong's nest, dragon fist, at the same time in his body, 70,000 giant elephant particles, blessed with 700 million caddies of supernatural power, poured out with this punch. The double powers are superimposed, and the fluctuations seem to push the sky 100,000 miles. Rumbling. The terrifying mana ripples spread, like a small nuclear bomb exploded, and the entire Nantian City seemed to tremble 3 times. In the eyes of everyone, a figure, from the core of the collision, flew upside down like a broken kite, blood splashing into the sky. It is Jun Wanjie. He flew upside down, his punching arms were twisted in a strange posture, and his bones were obviously broken. His face was pale, his eyes looked at Jun Xiaoyao with an unprecedented shock. There are many things, if you don't experience it yourself, but just look on, you can't experience that kind of despair at all. You have finally realized the despair of Yi Xingyun and Long Haotian. It seems that it's not a person at all, is a young emperor. Jun Xiaoyao, your strength. Jun Wanjie stopped his regressive figure, his pupils trembled slightly, not only him, but the entire Nantian City were stunned. Jun is stunned with his sword. He knew that Jun Xiaoyao was not afraid of Jun Wanjie, but he didn't expect it to be such a crushing situation. My Lord God, he is really invincible. Jun Xuanhuan exclaimed. The sun. Jun Linglong's beautiful eyes overflowed with admiration. This is her master, invincible in this world. I don't believe it, come again. Regardless of the tribulation, after all, he also emerged from the bottom, and his Xingyun was still stronger than Yi Xingyun and his ilk. Obviously he couldn't just give in. Jun myriad tribulation's body surface was entwined with thunder, and his broken bones made a crackling sound, and his arm recovered directly. It is worthy of the thunder tribulation war body. It is said that this physique, with the heavenly tribulation to quench the body, the physical body is incredibly powerful. Seeing Jun Wanjie's arm recovered as before, many monks flashed their eyes. Thunder tribulation battle body, ranked in the top 300 of 3,000 physiques, has its own extraordinary features. What about the powerful body? It was not broken by the king's son. It can only be said that the thunder tribulation battle body is scum compared to the ancient saint body. Many female monks curled their lips, disdainfully said, at this moment, they have long become Jun Xiaoyao's fans. How many young Tianjiao whose looks and strength are comparable to each other? At this moment, Jun Wanjie stepped on the sky, surrounded by lightning. He looked at Jun Xiaoyao, no more contempt. I practice the supreme dharma, and I have the body of thunder and calamity. I should punish the sky and control the thousands of thunder and robbery. 8 thunders are forbidden, the of wild thunder. The Lord looked up to the sky and roared, billions of thunder bursts out, intertwined in the void. The black robbery cloud rolled, as if a thunder appeared, such a scene, which moved people's hearts. Punishing the heavens, it's ridiculous. Jun Xiaoyao's face was flat. If the sky is in front of the Son of God, you have to bow your head and claim your court, let alone you. Jun Xiaoyao has black hair and fluttering black hair. He spurred the golden spirit sea of the ancient sacred body, and the majestic manna burst out, faintly condensed into a golden idol that suppressed the eternal time and space. Idol's jailbreaking force, urged to the extreme. At the same time, his left hand evolves the tactics of warfare, swords, spears, swords, halberds, axes and hooks. 10,000 kinds of magical soldiers condensed from the void, with a sound of killing and cutting that shook the world, and his right hand, with dragon aura, reveals a lifelike shadow of a true dragon, which is the magical power of the ancestral dragon nest he extracted from the dragon element, the true dragon trapping heaven technique. The two styles came out together. The real dragon phantom burst into the sky, crashing into the thunder and lightning in the black robbery cloud. The two collided, and the sky fell and the earth broke. 10,000 kinds of divine soldiers. It is an impact on the king. How come? Jun Wanjie was hit before he could react. Even if he defended with all his strength, he was subjected to a violent impact. He couldn't help but spit out a large mouthful of blood, and his bones were broken. Jun Xiaoyao sacrificed the wings of the devil. The void was extremely fast, and it fell to the sky over Jun Wanjie in an instant. Yu reading www.yuukanshu.com blessed his supernatural power and fell with 1 foot, like a king. Boom. There was a tingling voice. With his foot, he stepped directly on Jun Wanjie's chest. The two are falling like meteors, accompanied by a roar. Jun Wanjie's figure hit the ground heavily, but Jun Xiaoyao's feet still stepped on Jun Wanjie's chest, with one hand behind him. The clothes are fluttering and not stained with dust. This kind of contrast is too huge, and it makes people feel unreal. Jun's 5th sequence. At this moment Jun Xiaoyao stepped on his feet, unable to move. Is Jun Wanjie weak? Absolutely not. Everyone saw the power of Kai Jun's miracles. Then there is only one result left, is that Jun Xiaoyao is too strong, and many people have noticed that Jun Xiaoyao has not used all his strength at all. He didn't even use the supreme bone and Eucharist vision. Jun Xiaoyao, let go of your feet. Jun Wanjie's face rose into pig liver, and he shouted angrily, unable to keep calm. Boom. Jun Xiaoyao heard the words, but once again fell heavily, causing Jun Wanjie's mouth to bleed and his breastbone shattered. Honestly, it's not good to be your fifth sequence. It just doesn't have such a long eye. Jun Xiaoyao said indifferently. I haven't lost yet, just give me time. Jun Wanjie looked awkward, unwilling to roar. My opponent is not interested in losing, even if you give you 100,000 years, you can only look at my back in vain until you can't see it. Jun Xiaoyao's words are simply killing people. Jun Wanjie's face turned red and blue, and he vomited a mouthful of blood from his heart again, and he was so angry that his heart would collapse.